ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिनीति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वतीदेवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणि निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणि। जय श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानन्द श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृन्द। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्णा। Hare Krishna Prabhuji and Mataji. Hare Krishna. Thank you Amrish Prabhuji and Angamanjari Mataji for giving me the opportunity to talk on chapter 5 of Krishna book. As the series of lectures on leading to Sri Krishna Janmashtami, Shravanostsava, yesterday Itinam Sudramani Prabhuji touched the deepest thought in our heart to awaken us to achieve compassion and forgiveness, which is the prime quality of a devotee. Secondly, he also mentioned a state of fearlessness can be achieved by total surrender at the feet of all attractive and all merciful Sri Krishna by engaging in sadhana bhakti and following regulative principles of devotion. Chapter 5 is the change in the mood in Krishna book. We enter into the pastimes of Vrindavan. This is the first chapter which opens the mellows of happiness, which fills our heart with a transcendental bliss and attraction to the reservoir of happiness, Sri Krishna. Chapter 5, titled as The Meeting of Nanda and Vasudeva. Although Krishna was the real son of Vasudeva and Devaki, because of Kamsa's atrocious activities, Vasudeva could not enjoy the birth ceremony of his son. But Nanda Maharaj, the foster father, celebrated the birth ceremony of Krishna very joyfully. The next day, it was declared that a male child had been born to Yashoda. It's time to perform the birth ceremony. According to Vedic customs, Nanda Maharaja invited learned astrologers and brahmanas. Nanda Maharaja making the arrangements. Before the birth ceremony, the family members take bath, cleanse themselves, and decorated with ornaments and nice garments. Then they came before the child and the astrologers to hear of the future life of the child. Brahmanas chanted auspicious mantras according to the rituals while the astrologers performed the birth ceremony. All the demigods are also worshipped, and as well the forefathers of the family. Charity. Nanda Maharaja distributed to the Brahmanas 200,000 cows which were well decorated with cloths and ornaments. He gave the Brahmanas not only cows in charity but also hills of grain decorated with ornaments and golden bordered cloths. The question comes now, why charity? Why we do need to do charity? We have to really understand here nature of accumulating wealth in material world. It's done sometimes not in a very honest and pious ways. According to Vedic injunction, therefore, one should purify such wealth by giving cows and gold in charity to the Brahmanas. It is further explained. By passing on the time, land and other material possessions are purified. By bathing, the body is purified. By being cleansed, unclean things are purified. By purificatory ceremonies like samskaras, birth is purified. By austerity, the senses are purified. By worship and charity offered to the Brahmanas, material possessions are purified. By satisfaction, the mind is purified. By self-realization, the soul is purified. It is further again explained. By birth, everyone is born as a Sudra. Twice born, that by studying the Vedas, one becomes a Vipra, which is the preliminary qualification for becoming a Brahmana. When one perfectly understands the absolute truth, he becomes a Brahmana. When the Brahmana reaches further perfection, he becomes a Vaishnava or a devotee. Lesson 1. Unless purified, anything we use will infect us with contamination. We can see that in India 5000 years ago, even in a village like Vrindavan, people knew how to purify things and thus they enjoy even material life without contamination. Now comes to the celebrations. It's called Nandotsava. Nandotsava till today is celebrated mostly in every part of India, in some parts of the world as well. So the celebration begins now. Brahmanas began to chant different kinds of Vedic mantras to invoke all good fortune for the child. Along with this chanting of mantras and songs, bugles and kettle drums sounded outside the house. The joyous vibration could be heard in all the pasture grounds and all the houses. Inside and outside of the houses, there were varieties of artistic paints done with rice pulp, and scented waters was sprinkled everywhere, even on the roads and streets. Ceilings and roofs were decorated with different kinds of flags, festoons, and green leaves. Decorating the cows. Why cows? Cows are part of Vrindavan. Like we have a pet dog. But in Vrindavan, they have cows. Not one or two, plenty of them. When there is a function time, when there is a festival time, they all get decorated in this way. All the cows, bulls and cows were made with a mixture of oil and turmeric and painted with minerals like red acid, yellow clay and manganese. They wore garlands of peacock feathers and were covered with nice color cloth and golden necklaces. News spreading. Nanda Maharaj, the father of Krishna, is celebrating the birth ceremony of his son. Covered men dresses themselves in a gorgeous way. Gopas. They became ecstatic and became spontaneously joyful, dressed themselves with very costly garments and ornaments with different kinds of earrings and necklaces, the great turbans on their heads. They took various kinds of presentation and approached the house of Nanda Maharaj. And cowed women became overwhelmed with joy. They dressed with various costly garments and ornaments, made scented cosmetics. Ears were decorated with pearl rings, necks with jewel lockets, lips and eyes with different kinds of lipsticks and ointments, and hands with nice golden bangles. Having different kind of ornaments on their bodies, they were looking still more beautiful. Mood of covered women. The beautiful gopis took their different presentations, overburdened with their heavy hips and swollen breasts. The gopis could not proceed very quickly towards the house of Nanda Maharaj, but out of ecstatic love for Krishna, they proceeded as quickly as possible. Blessings by covered men. They all reached the house of Nanda Yashoda and blessed the child. Dear child, you live long just to protect us. While they were blessing child Krishna in this way, they offered a mixture of turmeric powder, oil, yogurt, milk and water. They sprinkled this mixture on the body of the child Krishna and all other persons who were presented there. On this auspicious occasion, there were different bands of expert musicians playing. Yeah, in this music And then in the celebrations, everyone was immersed in the beautiful celebrations of Nandochava, and covered men throwing yogurt, milk, clarified butter, and water upon the bodies of covered women. Mood of Nanda Maharaj. Nanda Maharaj was also very happy to see the pastimes of the covered men and women, and he became very liberal in giving charity to the different singers who were assembled there. Important point to understand now. How wealthy the inhabitants of Vrindavan were simply by raising cows. They belonged to Vaishya community, and their business was to protect the cows and cultivate crops. By their dresses and ornaments and by their behavior, it appears that although they were in a small village, they still were rich in material possessions. Their wealth was in milk, yogurt, clarified butter, and many other milk products, and by trading their agricultural products, they were rich in various kinds of jewelries, ornaments, and costly garments. Not only did they possess all these things, but they could give them away in charity lavishly, as did Nanda Maharaj. Lesson 2. Real happiness is not in taking, it is in giving, which also purifies our existence in the material world. Lesson 3. The mood of Vrindavan teaches us real happiness is in simple living and high thinking. Nanda Maharaj wanted to desire of all the men assembled there. He respectfully received them and gave them in charity whatever they desired. The learned Brahmanas who had no other sources of income were completely dependent on the Vaishya community for their maintenance, and they received gifts on such festival occasions as birthday and marriages. Just a minute, this is disturbing me. Suraj. While Nanda Maharaj was worshipping Lord Vishnu on the occasion and was trying to satisfy all the people there, his only desire was that the newborn child, Krishna, would be happy. Nanda Maharaj had no knowledge that this child was the origin of Vishnu. He was praying to the Lord Vishnu to protect him. Material existence becomes fearless by humble prayers and by experiencing the flow of mercy in full surrender to Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. Mood of Mother Rohini. It's very nice to understand the mood of Mother Rohini because she's away from her husband and she's staying with Nanda Maharaj. And here we can see how Rohini Devi is taking part in the celebrations. Rohini Devi, the mother of Balram, was the most fortunate wife of Vasudeva, although she was away from her husband under the care of Nanda Maharaj. She is mentioned most fortunate as she is able to raise Krishna and Balram together. Wearing a garland, a necklace, and other bodily ornaments, she appeared on the scene and moved hither and thither. According to the Vedic system, a woman whose husband is not at home does not dress herself very nicely. But although Rohini's husband was away, she still dressed herself very nicely on this occasion. Lesson 5. Spontaneous love to serve Krishna. From the opulences of the birth ceremony of Krishna, it is very clear that that time in Vrindavan was rich in every respect. Because Lord Krishna took birth in the house of King Nanda and Mother Yashoda, the goddess of fortune was obliged to manifest her opulences in Vrindavan. This is a very nice point to understand, all of us. We always want Lakshmi, but if we have Narayan, Lakshmi comes automatically because she's always there to serve. That's why a devotee, when he wants to serve Krishna, he never feels that he is poor. He's always given enough and sometimes more. We can see in the journey of Srila Prabhupada, when he went to America, his pure devotion and to fulfill the desire of his spiritual master and serving Krishna, all in a very less span of time, he became so much opulented. That shows that Lakshmi Sahasra Sata Sambrama Sevya Manam, as explained in Brahma Samhita. So in this way, the Vrindavan pastimes of celebrating the Nandosava finishes, and then Nand Maharaj decided to go to Mathura to pay the annual taxes to the government of Kamsa. Before leaving, he called for the able covered men of the villages and asked them to take care of Vrindavan in his absence. When Nanda Maharaj arrived in Mathura, Vasudeva got the news and was very eager to congratulate his friend. He immediately went to the palace where Nanda Maharaj was staying. Mood of Nanda and Vasudeva and their discussions. Nanda, overwhelmed with joy, immediately stood up and embraced Vasudeva. Vasudeva was received very warmly and offered a nice place to sit. Anxiously about his two sons, who had been put under the protection of Nanda without Nanda's knowledge, Vasudeva inquired about them with great anxiety. Now the question comes here. Why we have to read about two persons talking, especially Nanda and Vasudeva? And what is there in their discussion? What does it gives to us? Why this has been mentioned here? Nanda Maharaj and Vasudeva are pure devotees of Lord Krishna. So their meeting and discussions will uplift the consciousness whoever reads and hears. So you're all ready? Yes. Power of time and how one's spiritual activities act. Although we have our families and relatives, sons and daughters, by nature's way, we are generally separated from one another. Especially we can see at the time of COVID. The reason for this is that every living entity appears on this earth under a different pressure of fruitive activities. Although they assemble together, there is no certainty of their remaining together for a long time. According to one's spiritual activities, one has to act differently and thereby be separated. It can be explained very clearly with an example. Many plants and creepers are floating on the waves of the ocean. Sometimes they come together and sometimes they separate forever. One plant goes one way and the other plant goes another way. Similarly, our family assembly may be very nice while we are living together, but after some time in the course of the waves of the time, we are separated. This has been spoken by Vasudeva to Nanda Maharaj, because as soon as he seen Nanda Maharaj, he was so happy and so ecstatic, because he never saw that he may be seeing Nanda Maharaj again. So he was so much feared by the activities of Kamsa. Vasudeva, although he had 8 sons born in the womb of Devaki, unfortunately they were all gone. He could not even keep his one son Krishna with him. Vasudeva was feeling his separation, but he could not express the real fact. Vasudeva expresses his anxiety about safety of Krishna and Balaram by asking indirect questions to Nanda Maharaj. Because Vasudeva knows very clearly Krishna is there at the shelter of Nanda Maharaj, but Nanda Maharaj doesn't know it. My dear friend Nanda Maharaj, in the palace where you are living, is the forest favorable for the animals and cows? I hope there is no diseases or inconvenience. The places must be full of water, grasses, and other plants. My son Baldeva, being raised by you and your wife Yashoda Devi, he considered you as his father and mother. Is he living very peacefully in your home with his real mother and Rohini? So by putting this type of questions indirectly, so if everything is fine, automatically Krishna will be fine. So that type of information he wants to know from Nanda Maharaj. If it is everyone's duty to see that his fellow citizens and cows are not put into difficulty, one should see the peace and comfort of his fellow man and the animals. The development of religious principle dharma, economic development artha, the sense gratification kama can then be achieved without difficulty. So it's like you're taking care of others and automatically you're satisfied automatically. Vasudeva expressed his sorrow due to not be able to give protection to his own sons born of Devaki. He was thinking that religious principle, economic development, and the satisfaction of his senses were therefore all lost. So, in response to these questions, Nanda Maharaj is telling to Vasudeva, we are all being controlled by our past unseen activities. Even man is certainly controlled by destiny, which determines the result of one's fruitive activities. One has a son or a daughter because of unseen destiny, and when the son or a daughter is no longer present, this also is due to unseen destiny. Everyone is subjected to his past deeds, and one who is conversant with the philosophy of karma and its reactions is a man in knowledge. Such a person will not be aggrieved at any incident, happy or miserable. So, lesson 6. Destiny is the ultimate controller of everyone. One who knows this is never bewildered. In this way, we come to the conclusion. After talking to Nanda Maharaj to Vasudeva, Vasudeva says that did you pay all your taxes? Everything is done? Please go back to Gokul, because I heard that Kamsa is making some arrangements to create some disturbances in Vrindavan. And after that, they both dispersed, and the Maharaj went back to Gokul, and Vasudeva went back to his palace. And in this way, we see this 6 lessons from these pastimes of chapter 5, where there's a discussion between Nanda Maharaj and Vasudeva. Thank you very much for giving this opportunity. And if there's any questions on this topic, please.
Ramakrishna Prabhu?
Actually, my question was like both are Nanda Maharaj and I'm not sure about Nanda Maharaj, but as of now, but Vasudev was like a devotee of Lord, and he already know when the Krishna was born. So he told that he instructed him to take him to Nanda Maharaj. So he know like he's the supreme controller is now born, but still they are talking about that destiny is ultimate. So as a devotee means like sadhakas devotees, we say that Krishna is ultimate. So he got mercy. So where this mercy will work between destiny and
Right.
and
Okay. Now I understand. Actually, this conversation that is happening between Nanda Maharaj and Vasudev. See, Nanda Maharaj is trying to console Vasudev because Vasudev has lost all his children. Because Nanda Maharaj doesn't know Krishna is Vasudev's child. So from that perspective, he's thinking that Vasudev has lost all his children and Kamsa has killed them all. So while consoling he's trying to explain to Vasudev that based on our past activities, he's saying that the karma, how it works. Based on whatever activities that we have done, then the destiny is created. And once the destiny is created, it is difficult to change it. And then whatever is the destiny, that destiny we will have to actually go ahead and face that. Now the activities have already happened, like the result in this case, the result has already been given. At that time, you cannot talk about mercy, because the result, see, if something is going to happen in the future, then we will pray to the Lord that, oh Lord, please help me. And at that time, we are trying to invoke the mercy of the Lord by doing the prayers. But when something has already happened, at that time, we can always console by saying that it is just the destiny. And destiny is supreme from the perspective that whatever activities we have done in the past, those results are going to be received. So karma is working like that. Karma is whatever you have done, you are going to get the result. And that result, whatever we have accumulated from the past activities, is called destiny. And destiny is what is happening to us, but we still have the free will of how we can react to that destiny. So whenever something happens, how we react to it, that is still in our hand. So that is our free will. But in this case, the question is about Lord's mercy or destiny. So here, because the activities have already happened, that is why they are talking about how the destiny has to happen and how destiny is supreme. And they are not talking about Lord Krishna. And also the other thing we need to understand, though Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as Sanyas Prabhuji already explained, they are actually referring to, so though Lord Krishna has appeared, and he appeared in the four-handed form, and though he has shown his magnanimity or Aishwarya like that, if that thought remains in their mind, then the Vatsalya Bhav will not come properly. And that is why there is this curtain that generally Yogamaya puts in onto the devotees' minds. And because of that curtain that the Yogamaya puts in, the devotees actually forget the Lord's supremacy. And that is how they start thinking that, this child, this is an ordinary child, and I need to actually protect the child. And that is how the Vatsalya Bhav, that they are able to actually have that loving relationship. Otherwise, the mother will think that, I don't need to cook for Krishna, because Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he's the one who has given me everything. So what is the need for me to actually cook for Krishna? I don't have to cook. I don't have to give any clothes. I don't have to actually bathe him. I don't have to do anything, because Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. But that is not how we can have loving reciprocal relationships. And Krishna will not even enjoy in that relationship. So that is why Krishna organizes, or on his behalf, Yogamaya organizes these forgetfulness sometimes, so that they can have very nice loving reciprocal relationships in different rasas. Is that okay?
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Very nice. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna. Okay. If nothing else, Sanyas Prabhuji, over to you for any final words.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for giving me this opportunity. And thank you for all the devotees for bearing my way, how I was using so many slides to explain everything. And thank you. And with the blessings of Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada, I can able to do this small service which was given to me. Thank you once again, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki.
Jai.
Hare Krishna.
Sanyas Prabhuji ki.
Jai.
Hare
Jai.
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Hare
Bhagavatam ki. Jai.